Hello again, YouTube and Odyssey. I haven't uploaded any videos to Odyssey yet, but I want to talk to you about something um, regarding the Germanic diaspora around the world. In Isaiah chapter 11, verses 11 through 14, it says, the Israelites will live here. What was that? Oh, shit. Hold on one second. Hello, YouTube and Odyssey. I haven't uploaded any videos to Odyssey yet. Um, but I wanted to talk to you about Germanic diaspora and global Germanic diaspora. In Isaiah chapter 11, verses 11 through 14, hold on, let me pull up the verse. It's 11 through 15. 11 through 14. I'll just do 15 too. But, because I want to talk about verse 15 as well. So, it says in Isaiah chapter 11, verses 11 through 15, in that day the Lord will extend his hand a second time to recover the remnant of that remains of his people from Assyria, from Egypt, from Pathros, from Cush, from Elam, from Shinar, from Hamath, and from the coastlands of the sea. He will raise a signal for the nations, and will assemble the banished of Israel, and gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The jealousy of Ephraim shall depart, and those who harass Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not be jealous of Judah, and Judah shall not harass Ephraim, but they shall swoop down on the shoulder of the Philistines in the west, and together they shall plunder the people of the east. They shall put out their hand against Edom and Moab, and the Ammonites shall obey them, and the Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt. This is chapter 15. This is verse 15. And will wave his hand over the river with his scorching breath, and will strike it into 7 channels, and he will lead people across in sandals. So that's a verse regarding the gathering of Israel, which is the return of the Israelites to the land of Israel. And first of all, to set a premise, I need to state that the Germanic peoples of Europe and their diaspora are the real Israelites of the Bible. And these Isaiah verses claim that the Israelites will live in Assyria, Egypt, Pathros, which is Egypt, Cush, which is modern day Yemen. It's not exactly Ethiopia, and I'll explain why later. It's Yemen. It's Yemen. From Elam, which is modern day Persia or Iran, and from Shinar, which is in Iraq, and from Hamath, which is in Syria, and from the coastlands of the sea. So I'm just gonna drink this water here. So if the Israelites will live in these countries, in these Middle Eastern countries, sorry. So the book of Isaiah says in chapter 11 that the Israelites will live in these Middle Eastern countries just before their return to the land of Israel, just before the gathering of Israel. Which can only mean that the Germanic peoples of Europe and their diaspora are going to live in the Middle East within the next 14 years. So how does that happen? A number of things could happen. It could become too expensive to live in the West. Maybe with this, the draft could happen, and people could, to escape the draft, they flee to Muslim countries or Middle Eastern countries. Freedom could be restricted in Western countries, but remain relatively more free in Middle Eastern countries. And so that could entice Germanics to leave to the Middle East and form insular communities there. And they have to form insular communities because otherwise they race mix and destroy their bloodline. Their pure Aryan Germanic bloodline. But Isaiah 11 also says Judah will be in the four corners of the earth. And Germans are the real tribe of Judah. Hold on, I gotta get another water. Germans are the real tribe of Judah. Sorry. There's like a fly. I had to get another drink of water because I had hiccups. But, looks like this is going to be another Caden Live episode. But, so, well, I was gonna redo this video, but because it's in different multiple parts, but whatever. There's like a fly or a bug or something buzzing around. I just hope it's not a bee or a wasp. It landed on my neck. So yeah, there's a multiple different reasons why Germanic peoples would live in the Middle East. They'll live in Egypt and Yemen and Syria and Iraq and Persia or Iran. Persia is Iran. But let me show you a map of, it says Judah will be in the four corners of the earth. So, and Germans are the real tribe of Judah. So, let me show you map of German diaspora. It's German diaspora, and here's a map of it. And this is where Germans are all over the world. You can see they're in America, South America. Some of them are in Africa. There are some in Egypt right now, and Turkey. Well, I don't know if they're counting Turks as Germans. Apparently there's some in Russia. They're all over Europe. There's some in Australia and in Indonesia, I guess mainly in Bali. But they're going to be in the Middle East too. But yeah, they're, according to Isaiah chapter 11, if the Germanic peoples are the real Israelites, then the Germanic peoples will live in Middle Eastern countries, I guess in insular communities, so they don't race mix. And yeah, it'll be really cool. And the reasoning behind it is if you have all these non-whites coming into white countries and you're gonna live around non-whites anyway, why not live around non-whites in countries where it's cheaper to live? I mean, you're gonna be surrounded by with all this non-white immigration or invasion into the West. I guess their reasoning would be, it's too expensive in the West and we have to live around non-whites. Well, we can live around non-whites and not live in such expensive countries. So that could be their reasoning. I need to plug in my hater. So they might form insular communities, and I guess they'll be Israelite communities. And the interesting thing is, I'll go back and read the verses. In verse 15, I don't usually read verse 15, but it has to do with the Euphrates River. As you know, in Revelation chapter 16, verse 12, it says, "The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east." So the Euphrates River is going to dry up, and it's drying up now, and it's supposedly going to dry by 2040. But according to this, in Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15, it says, "The Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt, and will wave his hand over the river with his scorching breath and strike it into 7 channels. And he will lead people across sandals." Now, what's this river? We can look on Bible Hub, because we can look at multiple translations. In Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15. Oh, hold on. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15. In some translations it says Euphrates River, which means this river is the Euphrates River. This river they're talking about. So God will send a scorching breath or wind. It says ruach, I think, in Hebrew. That can be wind or spirit. But anyway, he'll send a scorching breath or wind, and the Euphrates River will dry up into 7 streams where people can walk across it dry shod. And that might happen before. And that might happen before 14 years from now. That might happen before 2040. Which means the second coming is sometime perhaps before 2040. And so which means the second coming of Christ could happen within less than 14 years. So that'd be nice. It'd be nice to live in like Iran or Iraq with Vera Diekmans, Stephanie Schumann. You know. But I would have to eat though. I hope God heals me and heals my heart and cures my ARFID and casts out all the demons that oppress me. And they keep Baker acting me, but I'm forced to take this medication now. But I believe psychiatry is a quack field, or a pseudoscientific field. I believe everyone involved is a joke. But, yeah. It's almost time to take my boosts. In fact, it might be time now. Yeah, it's pretty much time. Well, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Bye.